you in a unfavorable state of mind and make it work. It doesn't work. You'll fuck it all up. You're going to be the cog in the wheel that needs to be replaced. Everything else is ready to go. Everything else is state of the art, but you're coming in there like an analog in something digital, and it doesn't plug in. So you have to upgrade. You have to allow yourself to get the hell out of the way. Refine yourself, remove all emotion, remove all psychological influence over what you're trying to make or what you're afraid of losing, and only focus on what price should be doing based on your model and submit to that. And that is how you hold on to winning trades and not get, oh yeah, I got out too soon. I should have did this, I should have that. Because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know your model and you're too emotional. You care too much about the open profits becoming less. I was up $3,000 on that trade, and it came back, and I just couldn't hold it anymore. I got to get out at 1,800, and then it went 9,000. If I just would have held on to it, how do you fix that? I just talked about it. You have to know your model. What did you get into the trade for? Has it been changed? Did something underlyingly change in the market, in that trade setup, that causes you to abort it? If that has not happened, why the fuck are you closing it? Why are you closing it? How did I teach you how to navigate that? You're trying to learn how to be profitable. You want to learn how to make money. Okay, great. Are you feeling the tug of war inside? You feeling, oh, I gotta get out. Take something off. But I can't. I only have one. I have only one account, one contract on ICT. Then close it and be content with the idea that you're closing it and you're going to monitor it the rest of the way, and you're going to stay with it live. You're not going to look at it later on. You're going to look at it live, and you're going to condition yourself just like that. And over time, you'll hold it a little bit more. You'll hold it a little bit longer in that uncomfortable point. Just like repetitions with weights. Just add another small plate. Just add another repetition. Just fight it going down into the negatives. Your growth and muscle growth is not in the actual curling up with the bicep in dumbbell curls or barbell curls. It's the slow, controlled descent. It's the resistance of seeing things go back to normal. See, you want to run away and go back to normal, working the fucking 9 to 5 with Carl. See, that's normal for you. Your mind says, go back to that, but you got to resist that shit. And when you do resist it, you're fucking going to grow. And it's going to come with growing pains. And don't think it's something that shouldn't be happening. It's normal. Expect it. Desire it. Want it, because it's progress. Everybody else is going to be bitch slapping themselves and saying, I got to quit. I got to get out of this. It's too hard. This guy talks too much. Get the fuck out of here. Go down to romper room fucking mentorship. They'll teach all kinds of nonsense. But you have stepped into an area here where I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for you. I'm going to tell you exactly what it's going to be like. I've already warned you ahead of time. It's hard. It's going to fucking feel like you want to quit, but you stick your fucking heels in and you dig them in. And you just say, bring it, bitch. I'm not going anywhere. And experience will carry you wherever you want to go. But if you come in half-assed, let's just see if it works. If that's the mindset, you come in with, you're the very person that's going to quit at the easiest time where just a little bit of adversity comes in. Oh, this is fake. Really? Look around, folks. Look around. It's undeniable. It fucking works. Works real good. It's real profitable. It makes real money. Not just in my hands. A lot of other people out there in different walks of life, different countries. It's just something that you can't use as a crutch to say, I can't do it, or it doesn't work, because that whole excuse now has been removed. And it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of discipline to stick to this, because the outcome is emotional. If you make money, that's an emotional feeling. If you're not used to making $1,000 in one day, if you're not used to making $10,000 in a week, if you're not used to making 50 grand inside of 4 weeks, if you're not used to making $200,000 in 6 weeks, I can imagine it would be very emotional for you. And when you lose $1, that's $1 that you just bought more doubt with. But $1 spent in doubt has a whole fucking lot more influence than making $1,000 when it's right. You'll spend more time caring about the fact that you lost that $1 than making the $1,000 in real money. Don't believe me? Wait till it happens for you. Nobody blows their account when they make $1,000. When they have a model that says they're done, it's impossible for them to blow their account. But everybody that's trying to do something that they don't know very well, they go in, they anticipate the setup before it's really there, and they get in before it should really be executed. And they think to themselves, oh, God, I did this. And now you care more about the improper execution, and you lost sight of where price should be going and how it should behave. And you close the trade because you can't handle the pressure, and you lose a little bit. That's that $1 spent purchasing doubt. And now what's it going to do? That little bitty loss, that little fucking paper cut, that little prick on the thorn of that rose that you want to carry home, drew some blood. Man, this pisses me off. I got to fix this. Let me get in here and do this, and just got to get it back real quick, and then do something else, something stupid, something so trivial as that. That's exactly what blows your fucking account, because it starts this whole chain reaction. You got to fix something that was not in a position that needed to be fixed. Nothing's broken. You just did something incorrectly. Stop. Reassess everything. Wait. How long is it going to take for you to be profitable? How long is it going to take for you to make money trading? I don't know. How long is it going to take for you to fix that shit? Some of you right now might be smiling and shaking your head thinking, yep, you just fucking pegged me right there. And the ones that aren't going to be surviving in this are the ones that are cringing and saying, talk about something else. Talk about something else, because I've just landed right on your ass. And you don't see it as a problem. You think that you'll figure it out doing that same shit. Well, here's what you're going to figure out. You're going to figure out that you did it wrong. You're going to figure out that you're undisciplined, you're unteachable, and you're stubborn. And you're going to be fucking struggling forever until you fix that. It can be corrected, but you have to stop thinking like that. If a loss comes, accept it. Okay. Is there something for me to trade right now? If there is, I have to trade with less leverage. Done. Simple. How hard is that? 2 losing trades in one session stops you. What's a session? Whatever it is. If it's in the same 24-hour period, from midnight New York to the close at 5 p.m. the next day in New York, that's your full thing. If you have 2 losing trades in that period, you fucking cannot. You are not given permission to take another fucking trade until midnight comes again. Pray tell, how the fuck are you going to blow your account? How are you going to do that? You think about this stuff every single time you failed your combine, or you lost your funded account, or you blew your account. You think about it all the time. After it happens, you think, I could have been there if I just would have did this. If I just would have stopped. You're fucking right. So how long is it going to take for you to make money trading? How long is it going to take for you to learn how to be consistently profitable? How long is it going to take for you to learn that lesson? How many times have I taught it? How many times have I talked about it? How many times have I bitched and preached on it? And still students get on Twitter and complain to me, yeah, I just blew my account today. All of the trades that blew the account that day. That should never happen. That should never happen. So what's the problem here? Reckless abandonment, absolutely zero money management. Zero, zilch. It's fucking not present. So what's the problem with that person? They're impulsive, they're reckless, they're undisciplined, and they have no appreciation for risk. and they have no risk model. So you can have a trade model, but what's your risk model? How do you assess risk? How do you manage risk? How do you navigate a trade? When you move your stop loss, how do you manage open profits if you feel the tug of war inside? I've been teaching all this stuff, folks, but it goes in one ear out the other for some of you. And when you send tweets to me, tell me, yeah, I blew my account today. I lost control of myself and I did stupid stuff. Right. So yes, that happened. I agree. You messed it up, but that's not your career. You got fired from your job as a trader with that account. You're never going to get another job. If you lost your job right now, whatever the fuck it is that you're doing, whatever that job is that you can't stand doing anyway, but you needed to eat. If you lost your job, you're going to say, fuck it, I'm not going to get another one. I'm not getting another job. Fuck that shit. I might lose that one too. I mean, I'm not going to do that. No, of course not. An asshole thinks like that. You're going to go out immediately putting resumes out there trying to find another job. What are you doing? You're submitting to the process. Do you know that you're going to have a fucking job at the end of the month? No, but you're sticking to it, aren't you? Why? Because you fucking have to do it that way, because that's the process to it, because they don't come knocking on your door. Hey, Brian. Hey, man. You there? Listen, buddy. Listen, I heard the bad news. You just got fucking canned. It's a sad situation. But I'm here to bring you good news. I'm here to give you another job. You ready? That's not how it works. But that's exactly the mindset you think that trading should be. Like, everybody owes you something. Everybody's going to bend their fucking ass over and say, here, give it to us. Come on, man. Park it up here. No. That's not how this works. It's war. And you will lose, and you will bleed, and you will feel regret, and you'll have all those things that you have to wrestle with. But when you go into this with the proper mindset that you've conditioned yourself to be a fucking homicidal psychopath, where you have zero emotion, you're in there to take from everybody. Give nothing. But even the best gunslinger, even John Wick himself, gets hit by cars more times than is realistic, but still, nonetheless, great cinematic entertainment. But you're going to get hurt sometimes. What's the process? You have to stick to it. You got to stick to it. You got to be able to see the end result. If you can't see it, you won't stick with it. And everything is temporary. Every little difficulty, every little thing that you think is a big mountain in your path right now, it's not. It's not. It's just time that you have to continuously do these things. Then you'll see, oh yeah, I can see these things forming before they happen. I'm seeing it happen in the chart. It's real time. I'm watching. It's going to be there. And then boom, it does exactly what I was expecting to do. There's stages in this engagement that you have to submit to. And each one has its own unique little characteristics that's going to make you feel much more empowered than you really are at that time. And overconfident. And that overconfidence is what rushes people into, I'm ready to do a funded account combine and pass it. I'm ready to get a funded account. I'm ready to put real money into an account and trade it. When you're not. That's all I'm doing when I say it's going to take you 2 years to get really good at this. Get good at it, meaning you can't be influenced. You know what you're looking for. You know exactly what you're looking for. You know how you're going to engage it. You're not going to be upset about it. If you have a losing trade, you're going to maybe try one more, but with less risk on. And if you take a loss there, you're stopping and you're going to go and do whatever you want to do the rest of the day. And you're not going to feel bad about it. You're not going to regret it. You're not going to beat yourself up about it. But you lose one little opportunity, whether you take the trade or if you missed it, you're beating yourself up. You're bitching about it on social media. You're arguing with your spouse. You're kicking your dog. You come to work with an attitude because you got to look at Carl's fucking mug, and you're sitting there thinking, if I just would have had a real account and did that trade that I was too afraid to even do with a demo account. What are you doing? You're feeding yourself toxic horseshit. That's what you're doing. Everything I tell you not to do in these long-winded fucking diatribes, I'm telling you, don't do those things. And who's doing it? You, Buster. and bitching about why you can't figure it out. I did all this stuff, folks. I did all these things to myself, and I literally caused the longest learning curve that could have been 1/4 of the time. Emotions, they're real. The psychological effects on this stuff, it's real. I didn't hide it from you. I talk about it all the time. And Mr. Douglas in his book isn't going to scratch the surface of what you're really going to fucking feel and what you're going to want to do and how it's going to cause you to be reckless. Who cares if I blow this account? I'll just pay the $50 for a reset. Well, try that with a live account. Try that with a real $50,000 account. Try that with a real $100,000 or $150,000 account. Doesn't work like that, folks. You have to trade it like it's just like that. If you don't, just wait around. You're submitting to a process, and the outcome is you'll blow it. It's just a matter of time. Or you could be one of the apt pupils here and listen to good advice, sound logic that works, that comes with real profits behind it, with receipts. And not just my own, other people from different walks of life that finally submitted to it. And every time, if you ask them or hear them in an interview, they always say what they were doing in the beginning. That was many times what I've told all of you not to do. And they spend more time doing the things they shouldn't be doing and less time doing the things I told them to do. And they're paying for doubt. Those dollar losses, those small, little, insignificant losses that you care more about because it's a little nick, little paper cut. Your mind's not ready to be a trader if you worry about that kind of stuff. You'll never have the wherewithal to be in a trade, know you're offside, kill it, regardless if you're in profit or loss, and reverse the other way. That will never happen for you if you're listening, if you care about every single losing trade. If you care about it and you lose sleep over it and you beat yourself up about it, there's no fucking way you're going to be able to trade like that. But you want to trade like me. You're skipping over all kinds of things that need to be learned, thinking that you're going to be the exception. You are not the exception. And you need to be reminded today that it's normal for you to learn just like this. It's optimal for you to learn just like this. There's no better place for your learning and development than how I'm putting you through it. This is exactly the best of the best. This is it. This is Top Gun level fucking shit. When you're done with me, you're a fucking ace fighter jet player. No, you're in there. You're able to do it. And every process will be ingrained in you. You're not going to stop and think, what do I should do? You're just going to do it. You've been trained to do it. This is what you're supposed to be thinking. This is what you're not focusing on. You don't look at the fucking profit and loss on your fucking screen when you're trading. That should not be on your fucking account. That should not be on your fucking screen. You should not be watching that. If you're watching that, you're watching the fluctuations of profit and loss, and you're feeling, oh, this is really good. If it could just go to 2,000, come on, go to 2,000. If you're fucking looking at that, you're not watching the fucking candlestick form. You're not watching delivery of price. You're watching the ticker of the up and down profit loss. That's it. That's all you're watching. And you don't make money looking at that. The only thing that does is causes you to be emotional and have the influence of psychological impact of that number changing up or down against you. Take it off your fucking chart. Trade your trade without that shit there. Then when you're done, guess what? That number is going to reflect what you did. Trust me, it's going to show you what the fuck you did. If you did everything right, well done. And if you didn't do it right, it's going to be there. And it's still not good for you to have it on your chart while you're in a trade. Now, I do that shit because people want to see it. They like that. But when you watch the video and you're just looking at that, and you didn't watch the price delivery of the candlesticks as I'm watching the chart and I'm managing my stop loss, you're not doing that. You wasted your fucking time. Who gives a fuck what song I played? You wasted your time watching that. There's a right way to do this. And I'm teaching you in the long-winded discussions how not to waste your fucking time. And you can't say I'm doing it for ad revenue, because I'm doing it here, demonetized, and I'm letting dozens of people out there take it and put it in their own fucking YouTube channel and monetize it. How much better do I have to make it plainer that I want to see you succeed? I'm not making any fucking money off of me talking to you. None. Not one fucking penny. You're not going to see anybody else out here doing that. They're too busy trying to fucking hawk their bullshit. They need their money. They need that shit. I don't need it.